This podcast contains adult language and crude humor. Listener discretion is advised.
I've been attending a program in my community, and so to get to it, there is this long hallway I have to walk down. And I don't know why, and I can't quite explain the smell, but it consistently smells like this weird mixture of chocolate, crayons, and ass. Like, I don't want to know how that came to be.
Thrall's balls! They're everywhere!
Thrall's Balls, the World of Warcraft podcast with a dirty mind and a clean behind. Hosted by Bentolas, Gershom, and Wooly. Ooh, what's up, swingaz? From the tbhq in the grizzly lands of Wisconsin, that's Thrall's Balls headquarters. Try to keep up. Welcome to Thrall's Balls, episode 126. I'm Wooly, the foul-mouthed who fucking knows until Thursday when we do our draft, although my background is mostly Warlock, and here with me is Gershom, the sassy-ass beastmastery hunter. We also have Bentolas, a resident raw-mogging jack-of-all-trades. Hi, guys.
What's up, swingers?
What is up, swingers? I will have a new main as of next Thursday, which I will get more into when we talk about what we've been doing.
Yeah, we're all really excited for that.
Willie, are you participating in that? Sorry.
Oh, hell yes, I am.
Oh, awesome. Okay. Yeah, you guys will talk about it then, because I know you touched on it
excited.
last week, but yeah, that sounds fun. I can't wait to hear about it.
Yeah, on today's show, we've got a butt ton of news to share. Orcs have become a mixed drink, and we have some Void Lord Old God trivia to share as well. I don't believe we've done that topic specifically before. So what have we been up to in WoW, you guys? Bent, you want to start with this awesome thing that we're doing?
Yeah, so Collective Company finally achieved our AOTC run last week. So congratulations, everyone who got that with us. And now, as part of a way, instead of, going in and, doing the raids on our veins, typically we just quit and do other stuff until the next year to, foster a little bit, people playing the game more and keeping our raid night live. We're actually doing a draft raid in which everyone will spin the wheel and get assigned a random spec. There will be wild specs so that you could steal from other people. But everyone basically is going to be at the mercy of a wheel. They're going to spin it and get assigned a role in the class. It's really exciting. We actually had a lot of people join for the classic people who play. They're playing like 3 times a week, and it's nice. We actually have a lot of classic people signing up. A way to try retail, and I think it's a good move for our guild. The guild suffers from making decisions and picking mains, so I think the element of everyone just spinning a wheel, having it assigned, I think is really appealing to everyone. So yeah, we're looking forward to it, and if it's a success, we could possibly see it used in the Faded season, potentially. Maybe we'll do it every year. I don't know.
What I particularly like about it is that roles are kind of up for spin too. Like, I've by and large played DPS. It could very easily throw me into a healing role, and I'll be like, ooh, let's try this out. But yeah, grabs on.
The only rule is you cannot play something that you mained last year, but like for me it really doesn't apply because I played a lot of things. But like for example, like Pakish, who's primarily played most healing priest his whole life, he's rated. Like we made an exception for him. Like he's just not allowed to play priest. He has to play a completely different class. But like for example, like I played arcane mage, right? So if arcane mage was like quote unquote my main, I could still play fire or frost mage if that's what the wheel decides. I just cannot play arcane.
What if, because the options disappear from the wheel, what if Pakish, I've never known how to say his name, lands on priest and it disappears from the wheel? How do we fix that?
Oh, we'll just make him reroll. So if he rolled like a priest spec, then we can you can manually just keep it on the wheel, and we can
okay.
we could just roll the spec wheel for him again.
Fair.
I mean, I did a couple mock drafts, and I could tell you, like, nobody yet has gotten exactly what they played last year. People have gotten, the same class, different spec, but nobody's gotten a 1-to-1 match.
I mean, you did get, it wasn't last year, but you did get Flurpy on a Destro lock. Oh boy.
It's funny because you got Warrior twice in a row, and he got Warlock twice in a row, but you both got different specs. So, like, one of them you were Fury, the other you were Arms, and for him, one of them he was Destro, one he was Demo.
If y'all remember way back when we were talking about, fucking shit, what raid was that I was a Warrior? Castle Nathria. I could not wrap my head around that class. I just couldn't. If I get Warrior, I'm gonna have to do some heavy research.
I tried that Fury Warrior too. I got him to like 10, and I was like, this is fucking lame. Like, I didn't want to leave the Expedition Isle. I'm like, I'm gonna go out in the open world and just get like rolled on, son. Like, I know it's like they're like big and scary, and I don't know. I just couldn't get it either. It felt slow to me. It felt weird.
They don't get good until later on when you get most of your abilities.
It just felt like it was just like chunk.
Yeah, Warriors have always been the hardest class to level.
Yeah.
It's actually, a lot of people actually level Arms because they have a lot of, like, passive regen because of the way they play.
Well, my thought, and I don't know if I'm wrong or what, but, like, I felt like the Fury, like, the dual wielding maybe would feel a little more, like, roguish or, like, DPS. Like, it would have, like, some flurries in there or something, and it just didn't feel the way I expected it to feel at all. I guess that's all I can say about that.
Hey, are you still allowed to do a boost? Like, you do like trial class at max level still?
I think you can,
yes,
like,
you can.
trial it, yeah.
So Gershom, I recommend you go like do a trial of a Warrior at level 60 because what you just described is exactly how it plays at that high level. You just need to get through the shitty level experience.
So, like, my thing with that though is, like, I mean, I will do it. I'm not speaking against it. I'm just saying that, like, also, like, when I've done that before, like, I wanted to see if, like, if it's true, like, I really don't know how to play a priest. So, like, I did that. I did, like, a class trial, and I did the priest. And then I was, like, getting confused because it, like, drops all your spells on your face, like, immediately. Because, like, say you got a boost, so you get all your spells slammed right away. And I think there's something really like organic and fun about getting to know your rotation and getting to know your spell book. So, like, that threw me off too. Like, I'm kind of against, like, buying a 60 or buying a boost because the leveling is part of it. Because I don't mind leveling. It's not my favorite thing to do, but, like, it's all right. But, like, on the Warrior, I mean, we've gone on long enough, but it's just, it was not for me.
Yeah, no matter which one I get on the wheel, there's going to be a component of leveling. If it's one I don't have on Thrall already, because I'm making the character on Thrall, like, I'm not going to use from a different server. If it's one I don't already have on there, I've got some work to do. Either way, I think I do. I guess this kind of naturally flows into what I've been up to. Every time I've logged in, I have felt a little, what do I do now kind of syndrome. Since this draft is coming up and I didn't know what I was going to be playing, I was like, well, what can I do? So I have been hopping on my one shaman, Waloric. I used my War Within boost on him, and I've been kind of just grinding renown a little bit because I want the Drake armor, which is, I think it's 25 renown with Veldraken Accord. So that's been a bit of a pain in the ass. I hate grinding renown. I kind of wish we had the +1 renown item things that we had in Shadowlands. I know, saying something that we had in Shadowlands that I wish we had now might be a little controversial. Just saying. Kind of wish I had that. Other than that, though, most of the time when I've logged in, I've just been kind of flying around in the old world because it's still weird to me, like, to do dragon flying, dragon riding around, like, Orgrimmar.
Though. it's bitching though. But I mean, not to interrupt you, sorry, but I can see like there are places where it's hard to do it. Like you're not gonna get anywhere in that like tunnel in Orgrimmar. Like you can't jump up and fly in there. Like when you're coming out of the portal room, like that area where Anixia's head goes and all that stuff. Like you try and dragonfly out of there, and you're just like bonk, like right on the ceiling immediately.
The turn radius is way too.
So,
yeah.
I had a confession to make. I was really high the other night, and I didn't realize that you can fly in the New World. So like I had a mini panic attack because I was like going to Waycrest Manor. You know how like you spawn on the top of that hill, and I came on my dragonflight. So typically before you would, you can't fly, so you just fall to your death. And I started like freaking out, laughing. And someone I was running keys with, it's like, oh no, you could dragonflight now. And like I literally was about to hit the ground, and I hit like my 2 button, which shoots me in the air, and I was able to glide there. It was pretty cool.
That's funny as shit. Yeah, like I discovered. You know how the journey from Orgrimmar to Thunder Bluff is a pain in the ass, right? Either you got the blimp that takes for fucking ever, or the flight point that takes for fucking ever, or you portal hop through the cities. I discovered that dynamic flight from Orgrimmar to Thunder Bluff takes like a minute, maybe 2. It's fucking cool. You can get there faster now. I don't know.
And they slowed it down, right? They put
It
it
is
at like
80%.
80%.
It is
something.
80% of the max speed of what dragon riding is.
And that's because the zones would be too unforgiving. You'd go through them too quickly because they were designed without dynamic flying in mind, obviously, like 20
and
years
it's
ago.
still fast. It still feels fast. I like it.
I just did it a little bit when I was trying to do the Worgen thing a couple weeks ago. I think I posted a screenshot. I was like, oh, cool. I'm like dragon flying in the old world. It was pretty neat.
You know, I don't have this in the news, so I'll just bring it up now. Did you see at all in the Worgen thing? I didn't do it myself. I just saw stuff on the internet. Somebody was really tired when they were designing quests and wrote Queen Callia Menethil in one of the quests.
No, so I saw something floating around on Twitter about that, but I didn't know what people were talking about. I've been a little bit
typo.
offline this week. Yeah. So
so
some dev wrote Queen. Oh, like as a spoiler, like we were thinking she might be.
Well, either they were just tired and made a simple typo, or they accidentally revealed something and it was because they were tired. I don't know.
I thought it was funnier that they called her the Pallid Lady. I'd never seen that. Because, like, Sylvanas is the Dark Lady, and I guess because she's, like, all light forged, she's, like, the Pallid Lady. Did you ever see that?
Kind of
like,
gray. Like a
That's a weird choice of words, though, for a title. Like, I understand your skin is gray, but I don't know. It just struck me as funny.
I low-key hope I get Death Knight for the draft raid, because my Death Knight is a Forsaken, and I feel like a Forsaken Death Knight is the exact mirror image of a human paladin, and I think that's really cool. All right. Well, Gershom, you said you were offline a little bit, but when you were on, what did you do this week?
Well, I did my things. I did my weekly things. I kind of running into a little bit of like, what do I do now? Sort of like now that the little half patch and stuff is like over, we've done all that. So I did my weekly stuff. I got some really good upgrades on Gershom. My bow, and so I was missing the one piece I was missing was a trinket. I got that out of like I think my raid piece, one of my weeklies, and then somewhere else. Oh, for Super Bloom, I got a bow that took my DPS from like 464 to like 625. I mean, I literally got like 34 item levels on this fucking bow, and I can continue to upgrade it. So that was insane. That felt really good. And if I thought I was like face melting before, I'm totally face melting now. So that was fine. I did some kata time walking and ended up getting enough of the currency from that for the last mount. So there's not a mount for the kata, but I need one more time walking mount, y'all, and it's the Legion Hippogriff. So when Legion comes around, that part of my journey will be over, which is really weird because I know like Craig a lot, especially teases me like, oh no, you're just a straight farmer. And Craig. But He's like, nah, you're not even a casual, you're just a farmer. But when I do come up on like I'm coming to the tail end of these big farms, it does feel weird. Like I remember, I think the last time I felt this way was probably like when I was closing in on like the 100 reps, for instance. Like that's a long time, you know, and it's like weird, like it's nostalgic, like wow, I'm done with all these mounts. And I even have the one that's a drop that's really cool, the black guy, the transparent wings, what's his name, Infinite Time Reaver,
the Infinite Time
like
Reaver,
yeah.
that
So
as well.
I got him a couple years ago. So when Legion comes around, I have enough tokens to buy the Legion Hippogriff, and I'll be all done with those mounts. So no reason to do time walking, except that it's a really fun way to level alts. And then what else? Trading post was like hot as fuck. Obviously, everyone's freaking out about the Valentine's clothes, whatever. I don't even want to talk about stupid people who say stupid things about clothes that no one cares. So I got there was like a lot of mounts, right? I got the Rocket mount, and I got the Forever Fox, the pink one. I didn't buy the purple one, whatever. That's the RMT one. And then I got like the wooden man, the thing that turns me into like the wooden man, and I got a bunch of clothes. Everything was pink this time, pink and purple. So I got like the dress and the cape and the shoulders and the sarong because I like all that stuff. So and then in the trading post, I have to give a shout out to Immune because we finally figured out how to unfreeze things. So like I was having this trouble where like I would freeze something and then I couldn't freeze anything else. I couldn't like change my mind or unfreeze the thing that I'd frozen. Bro, this is the oldest ass, spaghetti ass, fucking coding ass bullshit. You have to drag the thing that you want down into the freeze box. You don't click it. There's no freeze button. Like, wouldn't that be simple or may have some sense? No, like, even Slide was like, we were in the Discord and he was like, it's the dumbest thing. Like, I would never have thought of that. So shout out to those boys over there because they finally helped me unfreeze a mount that I'd already bought that was remaining frozen, and then I was able to freeze something else that I wanted. So, yay!
Funny story about that. The first thing I did was drag it down there because I don't know, it was just the first thing that came to my mind.
It never occurred to me. I was just looking for a button, and I'm like, I have this weird like brain thing where like my brain will get stuck, and I can't think of a way out of the problem.
Same.
Like if I continue to try and solve a problem, I'll keep doing the wrong thing, and it's really hard for me to like think of a different way to do it. You know what I mean? So like if I'm stuck looking for a button, my brain is like, there's got to be a button somewhere. There's no other way. It's the dumb. It's whatever.
My brain
but
does
I'm glad
that
I figured
when I'm
it
having
out.
an anxiety attack.
I'm sorry. And then what else? I just wrap it up real quick. I did a follower dungeon finally. I did no coup defensive, which like I hadn't ever been able to do, and this feels really fun. So overall, like we don't need to get over it. I don't know if you guys have like done a bunch of or any of the follower dungeons, or if you have a reason to, like maybe not, but I did it and I thought it was really cool. I like that, you know, basically the no coup defensive, the trouble I was having was like when you're flying in the beginning and you have to go land like by the mobs and there's like little mini bosses and then there's the big boss. I was always like, because of my vision, honestly, flying too fast, going too far, landing in packs where like my team wasn't there and dying. And I was just like, wow, I guess I'm going to have to come back and do this like next expansion or something to get it done. No, follower dungeons allowed me to do that. I was able to wrap up the Sojourner titles, the Sojourner of Onaran Plains that I'd been missing just over that one dungeon. So that was pretty cool. It takes a long time though. Like when Captain Garrick's like walking you around, she definitely takes like her sweet time. There's like a little button you push to put her in charge and she's like, you'll be safe with me. And you go wandering off. But like, if these dudes do not want to take the long way, like everywhere, believe me, they will take the long way. So it took a long time. I'd say the whole no coup defensive probably took me like 25 minutes, which feels like a really long time for a normal dungeon, but it's okay because I got it done, so it's fine. And then I wrapped up, well, I didn't wrap up my week, I actually started my week because I did this on Wednesday, and this was kind of a surprise. I didn't tell you guys, but I recorded with Dave. I did an interview with Solo Q over on Solo Q.
Yeah, I read
Dave.
through the lines
I
on
think you
Twitter
knew.
and
Yeah.
saw that.
Yeah, we were dropping some little spoilers on Twitter about it and stuff, just kind of teasing it out there. So I spoke to him today. He said he's hoping that'll drop like today or maybe in a couple days. So if you guys want to run over, if you haven't checked out Dave over on Solo Queue yet, he's really amazing. I'm really glad he's part of our community. He's very funny, he's very nice, and he was an absolute pleasure to talk to. So go check out Solo Queue. It's got me. And that's it for the week. Yeah, that's it. We had a lot of fun. Dave's good people. He's good folks.
Yeah, so no good takes a little bit anyway. That's why there is a shortcut toward the end that they don't intend you to take, but people take every time because otherwise it takes for fucking ever. So it's a
that
long
one, and I
dungeon
felt
to
like
begin with.
Neltharis was very long too.
Neltharis is super long.
It's weird. Yeah.
I don't do it for that specific reason. Also because dungeons with pugs give me anxiety. But spoiler, when I said in the cold open that I've been attending a program in my community, it's about anxiety and mental health and all that. So I have been learning tools to get me over that hump. So Dungeoneer Wooly is upcoming.
Onwards and upwards. Good for you for taking control of that. You can do it.
Onwards and upwards, like an erection.
Kind of like the wooden man that we got at the trading post. Can I just have one of those in real life? Can I just like have one of those dudes just standing in my house?
What I don't understand is why they made that. Why they put the wooden man in the game with a tinier wooden man? You know, a little wiener. No, didn't land. Okay.
No, it didn't. Sorry.
Oh, also, speaking of the trading post, listen. I don't want to talk about it much, but I looked at the trading post, I saw what was in it, and I'm like, I don't like any of this. And then I did something else. I didn't get all butthurt on Twitter. There's bigger problems. Chill out. Anyway, shall we move on to the WoW news? I think we should.
Motherfuckers.
Time for WoW news. Motherfuckers.
All right, so let's get the biggest thing out of the way. In the wake of Mike Ybarra and Alan Adam something. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I knew your name and I forgot it. But in the wake of them leaving, we have a new Blizzard president. Her name is Johanna, or is it Joanna? I don't know. Johanna Faries. And she sent an email to all Blizzard employees. And I am honestly glad they got somebody in there this quickly. But she said, I'm going to just read this whole thing. Dear Blizzard, though my official first day with you all is February 5th, I want to let you know immediately that it is an honor to join you next week in this new capacity. I do so humbly and in awe of all that Blizzard has stood for and delivered to the world for over 30 years. Today also brings some mixed emotions. The loss of talented teammates in recent days is hard to hold side by side with the immense excitement I feel about joining Blizzard and building on the momentum you've created for Blizzard's next chapter. I want to thank Matt for the introduction, bring some further clarity to today's announcement, and share more about how I see our future together at Blizzard. I understand this is a lot to take in. The news of my appointment may no doubt bring up a range of reactions, questions, and even concerns. Activision, Blizzard, and King are decidedly different companies with distinct games, cultures, and communities. It is important to note that Call of Duty's way of waking up in the morning to deliver for players can often differ from the stunning games in Blizzard's realm. Side note from Wooly, in that Call of Duty doesn't do that. Ha! Just saying. You're giving us fucking Fortune's Keep. We want Verdansk. God damn it. Anyway. Stunning games in Blizzard's realm, each with different gameplay experiences, communities that surround them, and requisite models of success. I've discussed this with the Blizzard leadership team, and I'm walking into this role with sensitivity to those dynamics and deep respect for Blizzard as we begin to explore taking our universes to even higher heights. I am committed to doing everything I can to help Blizzard thrive with care and consideration for you and for our games, each unique and special in their own right. I'm optimistic about our ability to serve our current and future player communities and to further amplify the shared passion for greatness, polish, and creative mastery that is a hallmark of Blizzard's approach to game making. I'm not going to read the next paragraph because it's just kind of dry and has to do with her meeting people face to face and such. I do want to include this, though. A few personal facts about me. My number one job in life is raising 2 amazing boys. In addition to parenthood, a typical week for me includes finding time for daily yoga and prayer, and of course, playing video games. Big Diablo 4 fan over here. Throughout, the joy I find in games and working with those who make them only deepens. And the reason I wanted to read that, I'm not going to finish this post because it's like one more. It's just a conclusion after that. The reason I wanted to read that is people seem to think that because, yeah, she's got that Call of Duty background, but she's also got an NFL background. People seem to be only focusing on the NFL. She plays video games, all right?
That's
Just
why I was shocked when I read this, because it seemed like people's main anxiety was that the president of Blizz didn't really like or play video games, and I'm like, I don't know where people are getting this. Yeah, I don't understand. Like, I saw a bunch of threads, and then a lot of people were like, and myself included, honestly, I ended up finding my way to the article because everyone was reposting True Villain Manny's post about it, and of course, like, he's gonna put that sort of stuff, and I trust him as a source, so I clicked on the link and I read the thing, and I'm like, why is everyone saying this? And then a lot of people were like, oh, thank you, Manny, for like clearing up the situation. It's like, okay, yeah, thank you, Manny, but why was that even a thing? Or am I just like completely lost? Like, where did that rumor even start that she wasn't a gamer? Because I don't get it.
Because they could have named Jesus fucking Christ the president of Blizzard, and someone within the WoW community would have been pissed off about it.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, of course. Well, that goes without saying. Our lovely, lovely community, we love you so much. But yeah, I just thought the whole thing was weird. I was like, she plays video games. What are you guys talking about? Whatever. That's another thing where I was like, y'all on the internet over here are talking a lot of shit this week. I don't know. It's just like a lot of weird, like,
but she's not even officially started the game yet. How can anyone decide if she's good or not? I mean,
it's so ridiculous. Like, I would not want to be like so in nearly that kind of forward-facing position as her. It's like you say something, you type a word on Twitter, and everyone just like tears it to fucking pieces. Like, that's one crazy thing about these gamer kids that I don't know.
Also, I'm just gonna say it. There's an element of sexism and racism going on here. There is, because people are calling her a diversity hire, and that's fucking stupid. So, I am sad to see Mike Ybarra gone, because I think he was very good for Blizzard. But I'm also very optimistic about Johanna, because the main point I got from this message she sent to ABK is that she wants to allow those teams to continue to function as they see fit with their own philosophies. And I think that's great. We very easily could have got a micromanager up in there who was like, all right, your pacing is too fast, you need to slow down, or whatever. So I'm optimistic about this.
Yeah, she seems like she knows what she's doing. Like, of course, wouldn't, to anyone to actually think like ABK is just going to operate with impunity, that is wrong. I think Microsoft's doing what's correct here, and they're probably just going to observe how Blizzard operates for a year or two, and I think from there they'll have a pretty good idea to say, hey, this works, this doesn't, and then their operations team from there will be able to say, we can do the X, Y, and Z to make you guys, X, Y more productive. I think it was a good, I mean, listen, she didn't have to do this. I think she touched on a lot of the things that people were concerned about. And more importantly, I think she kind of, which I don't think, I liked Ybarra, I thought he did a good job. She really kind of touched on like a human element. Like, she's not just like this corporate suit. Like, I think a lot of people looked at act.
She seems very approachable, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I only tangentially related, but with Microsoft kind of letting them run how they're running, observing, I do sort of hope, this is not even WoW, I do sort of hope they look at Call of Duty and they're like, hey, you guys gotta ship with more polish, because things are buggy.
What's wrong with Call of Duty? I don't
Oh,
play
there's
Call of Duty. What's
constant
wrong?
bugs.
The-
Constant.
Well, the problem with
bugs.
Call of Duty though is it's a little bit of a different market because there's too many. Like I hear what you're saying, right? But at the same time, you look at it from their perspective. People are just gonna buy it. They don't give a shit. It's the new Call of
That's
Duty.
my
They're
problem.
not gonna care. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying is I do honestly believe it would be better for Activision's bottom line to pay closer attention to what players want in Call of Duty. Like, for fuck's sake, people might not know at all what I'm talking about, so I'm going to talk about Call of Duty briefly on this World of Warcraft podcast. In Warzone, specifically, ever since it went away, we have wanted Verdansk back, which is ironic because at the time we were ready to move on from it. Verdansk was the original Warzone map, and since then, they finally got rid of that terrible Caldera. We have a new one, Urzikstan, is pretty good, but they're bringing back a map that we didn't have very long called Fortune's Keep, and it's fine, but it's not what the players have been asking for. The players have wanted Rebirth, which is coming back, and Verdansk, which they have made no indication of. My problem is I don't believe they listen to their players, or if they do, they just say, fuck it, we're gonna do what we want anyway. And I'm hoping Microsoft sort of says, hey, look what changed for Blizzard when they started taking direction a little more from the players. If that makes sense at all.
I mean, as someone who doesn't play Call of Duty, yeah, that makes sense in the capacity. You explained it very well. I think as far as Ms. Faries is concerned, I think definitely I'm like, not even cautiously, very optimistic. Obviously, I'm glad that they put a woman into place, but I'm also not the kind of person who's going to be like, yeah, just put any old woman. Like, she obviously has a pedigree and can do things that I cannot do. I don't think that they would even consider her for position of something like president if she didn't have the resume to back it up. I think she can do it. I think she seems very approachable, and I just hope to fucking Christ over all things that Blizz stops fucking around with these poor women that work just as hard as men. Stop treating them like shit. Stop paying them less. Please do it right, Blizzard. Please. Like, we have a female president. This is great. This could be great. This could be the thing that puts out all the little fucking dumpster fires that are still burning on Twitter because people are still so fucking mad about all this shit that went down. Like, yeah, it's smoothing out, but people are mad and people are hurt and people are hurt. So I feel like this is a step in the right direction. I feel like with a strong like female presence, as long as they treat her well and they treat her with respect, this could be really, really, really good for Blizz and the players. And I'm just hoping it turns out well for everyone, for Johanna too, you know, like welcome to our community. Thank you. Thanks for reaching out to us. So I don't know. I just wish her the best. I really do.
Hell yeah. All right, moving forward with the news. Blizzard has clarified something. Previously, people had, I think it was on Wowhead, data mined some evidence that looked like the Corcoran Warwolf, which was previously the ahead of the curve mount from what was it? Siege of Orgrimmar. There was some data mining that looked as though that was going to head to the trading post, and people were very split on that. Just as many people were saying, no, don't do that, I worked hard for that, as there were saying, oh, cool, now I can get it. But Blizzard clarified that that's not going to happen. They said, at this time, we do not plan to offer mounts or other skill-based prestige rewards from achievements such as Cutting Edge or Ahead of the Curve or Gladiator in the trading post. Looking at this, I don't think it's a backpedal. One, because they never said anything about it. It was data mined. But two, it seemed, like I said, just as many people hated the idea as there were those who liked it. Personally, I don't want to see AOTC mounts on the trading post. And that's coming from someone who is still upset that he didn't get the uncorrupted Voidwing from Nyalotha. It just, I didn't earn it when it came, and if people saw it on the trading post and me flying around on it, it would no longer say I got AOTC. It would say I had 700 tendies. So I'm personally in favor of this not being on the trading post, but I can sort of see other angles too. I think it's the right move for Blizzard not to do that. And also want to remind everybody, this is why data mining should always be taken with a grain of salt. Never take it as gospel. Moving more to the next idea. This is pretty cool. Warcraft I and II are on the Battle.net shop. So Warcraft Orcs and Humans and Warcraft II Tides of Darkness. You can now pay $5.99 US and $9.99 US respectively for Orcs and Humans and Tides of Darkness. And you can have it on there. And you can download them and you can play through them. A lot of people, like myself, have watched Nobble's videos and gotten the idea of the story that happened then. But I think playing through it will have a different impact. Personally, because I'm unemployed, I can't really justify spending even that little on this right now. But I'm excited for when I can, because I want to play it. I think this is a better idea than remastering it and putting it out or whatever. Because as much as Warcraft 3 Reforged is just fine after they fixed the problems that it shipped, it left people with a bad taste in their mouth because of the problems. This gives the people who played their nostalgia factor, as well as it gives those of us who didn't play it a more authentic look at it. It's for that same reason that when I play, on the rare occasions that I go play StarCraft, I don't want to play any remastered StarCraft. I want the original shitty graphics. So cool. $5.99 for Orcs and Humans, $9.99 for Tides of Darkness, and that is USD.
Y'all ready to go do some work?
Zug,
Some
zug.
digital, pixelated ass work. Yeah, work. That's where that came from, the Orcs and Humans. That's where they got that voice line from when you were
And then
building
World
your
of
camp,
Warcraft
right?
came out, and they're like, oh shit, we need to fix this because people think orcs are dumb now. Oh shit. Oh, look at this guy. He's speaking in complete sentences. Okay. Where did I lost my spot? Okay. 2 more things are now on the Blizzard, the Battle.net shop that might interest some people. The first is the magical Murkmorpher. That is a toy that turns you into a random Murloc for 20 minutes. And anybody in your party or your raid can also partake of this if they so desire. Like I said, this lasts 20 minutes, but then you gotta wait another 40 minutes to do it again. It's got a 60-minute cooldown, and that is $10 US. Go ahead and translate that to whatever your local currency is. Then the other thing is, Gershom, you hinted at this before, is the Twilight pack. That is a transmog and a mount bundle. The mount is the Twilight Sky Prowler, so it's this purple fox that can fly, and it's got a little heart on its forehead. And the Twilight Witch Transmog, which is all purpley, looks witchy, with a heart on the belt and the hat. Now, obviously, because of that heart, there are going to be people out there who, because of those alone, won't want it. I'm one of them. I don't really feel the need to have that. I just scroll past. It's no problem, because there's an audience for it. Just happens not to be me. So
Clearly, Blizz is trying to misgender you and make you like female things or something. Come on, dude.
Wooly with an I.
Holy
So
shit.
then that pack is $30 USD. Okay. So I already said my piece about, I said it a few times, about if you don't like something that's in the game, you don't have to participate in it. Moving on to some sad news. The Wrathion statue that had been put up for pre-order has been canceled. It was a $350 cost, and it was showcased in November. I think I saw it at BlizzCon, I'm pretty sure. And unfortunately, they had to cancel this because there were what they called challenges with production. That could really mean anything. It could be like the supply chain fucked up. It could be the cost of production was too much versus how much it would cost. Might not have been worth the company's money. I don't know.
Aren't those statues usually quite a bit more expensive than $350? Wasn't the Sylvanas one like $800 or some shit?
I don't know.
I don't know.
never
Never
bought
mind. Just
any
a
of them.
weird, interesting point. I thought $350 was a good price, but maybe that's part of what they ran into. Maybe they offered it too cheaply and bit off more than they could chew or something.
Yeah. I mean, I'm about to have a small child in my house. I'm not going to put something that's expensive that the kid can break, other than I already have my Xbox. But whatever.
You will never, you're about to have a small child in the house, you will never see $350 in one place again unless it's either your fucking grocery bill at Walmart or like what you just paid for diapers or daycare or something. It's, yeah, don't worry about it. Save your money.
Shit. I'll be lucky if I ever see my Xbox again. Because what I imagine is going to happen in my free time is I'm going to have to make a choice between my Xbox and WoW, because I'll only have time for one. And of course the choice is going to be WoW. Come on.
I think really what will help for you a lot when you have a kid, because it seems like you struggle with the same thing I do, which is like time management. You just need to like, you know, bake out like a schedule, and you know, I think if you just like said, hey, I'm gonna play this game for like an hour a day, I think that would help you a lot.
Yeah, could. Probably. So Blizzard does hope to be able to offer the statue again. They hope the issue can be resolved. For the moment, doesn't look like it can be. So they're refunding everybody and giving everyone 30 days free game time. And then something kind of neat that I hope I can take advantage of, even though I don't have Prime. I'm hoping I can get like a free trial to get this. Cap'n Crackers is a free pet for Prime Gaming subscribers now. He's previously on the Battle.net shop, and if you claim this offer between January 30th of 2024 and February 27th, you'll get the Cap'n Crackers pet. And he's this little pirate parrot. He's got this little pirate hat, and if you slash whistle at him, he lands on your shoulder. I made a little Volpera rogue that I named Bite Chew. He's gonna bite you. And I dressed him up like a pirate. If I can get this pet, it'll be complete. He'll have a little parrot on his shoulder. Yeah. So, lost my spot.
I already had that pet. I think we're up to the drink.
I want that pet. I want it.
Yeah.
If I can't get it from Prime, I'll eventually just buy it. It's like what, $10?
So a long, I think he is like $10, yeah. A long time ago, we interviewed with an RL friend of mine named Catbutt. Remember? She goes by
Was
Catbutt.
that really
but
that
her
long
real
ago?
name's Emily. I think it must have been like over a year ago. I was
I'm
just
gonna
chatting
look
with her
this
the other
up
day.
while you talk.
Either way, she bought me that for like one of my birthdays or something. So I've had that guy, but he's super cute.
I want him so bad. Like, if I could have an eye patch and a pirate hat at the same time, I absolutely would. Because a little Volpera pirate guy, he'd be cool. Okay, let's look for this. How long ago was Catbutt? Okay, it was before episode 100, huh?
Yeah.
Damn, that was
Long
a
time
while ago.
Mhm.
I'm seeing some of these fucking... Episode 87 was Catbutt, and we're at 126 now. I'm seeing some of these these episode titles, and I'm like, we should draft the dumbest the episode titles that we can at some point.
My top vote is undead cloacas, just because cloacas is not the proper use of the word.
You remember
how
mac
sad
and
you were when you
cheese
figured that out? It's like
Oh, yeah, I was
undead
upset.
cloacae or something.
Yeah. But do you
Yeah.
remember mac and cheeseulence? Because I saw that one the other
I
day, and I'm
remember.
like, I had to
I
remember.
remember. I remember.
All right, let's move to the mixed drink of the week. Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
It's time for the mixed drink of the week. Fuck yeah! I love that you got the fuck yeah slid in there before the music started. That was awesome.
I almost fucked up. I've like never missed one. I almost fucked up. I'm a little
See,
stoned.
like,
I almost fucked up.
it's
You know what
a-
else
it's a-
I love is how that's still the DNR boys on that soundbite.
That's
on
never
that,
gonna change.
on that button. Oh, I know. It's just so funny to hear Immune go like, "Ooh, fuck yeah, woo!" at the end. I
Yeah.
just love it.
Yeah. Shit. What was I gonna? Doesn't matter. So, it's the mixed drink of the week, and before we get into it, I just want to remind everybody to please only partake of the mixed drink of the week, or any alcohol for that matter, if you're of legal age or legal whatever to do so. Furthermore, we are not responsible for any stupid shit that may befall you as a result of your own stupid shit. Alright, so we have been turning races into mixed drinks, as in these are heritage drinks. Last week, I hit everybody with the first one, that was the Pandaren. This week, Bent is up, and he has the orc. Gershom, you want to guess first what's in the
What did I name the orc, though?
Oh,
I
shit,
named
I
it
forgot
last
about
week.
that.
Oh,
I
yeah,
don't
what
remember.
did you name it?
Blood and
Fuck.
Thunder. That's what
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, damn, I wish I'd thought of that before I thought of my... I didn't really have a very good idea. Okay, so I want to ask, and if you don't want to give me the hint, you don't have to. Is this like gross? Is this like a prank drink, or is it
No.
like well, it's
No, it's something I would drink.
Okay. So the Blood and Thunder. Okay.
And I have drinking it before.
Okay. Oh, so this is like something that exists out in the world already. Okay. The Blood and Thunder. It's gonna be. See, like you don't do tomato juice though. I'm thinking out loud here. It's gonna have. You don't like vodka. Okay, it's gonna be. These like whiskey, some kind of whiskey, because it's like dirty. And then it's gonna have like the orcs are just dirty-ish, even though I love them. That's just how they are. So like a little bit of whiskey, maybe a little bit of hot sauce of choice, and maybe like Coca-Cola. That doesn't sound very good though. No, I don't know. I'm just just do that, I guess. I don't know. I wish I had better thought for those.
Okay, Wooly, you want to guess?
I'm guessing it's some amount of Jack mixed with Blue Mountain Dew and Grenadine, as in the blood is the Grenadine and the thunder is the Blue Mountain Dew, even though that's more lightning, and the Jack is just because Jack is awesome.
Alright. So, Wooly, you had the right idea with the blood. I didn't go for what you suggested. And Gershom, you were thinking about it the normal way I would do it, but you still got it completely wrong. So, what's in it? It's 1 part Mountain Dew Code Red, 1 part regular vodka. I use Smirnoff. 1 part orange juice, 1 part pineapple juice. I don't know if they have them in Chicago or where you guys live, but in the grocery store, this is like juice that's like half pineapple, half orange, which I just used the whole thing of that. I also used Everclear in it, and I also put Bacardi 151 in. So back in college, this is basically we dumped all this into like a trash container. It was called a bleeding orgasm, but I repurposed it and used it as a Blood and Thunder.
That sounds like a serious motherfucking drink.
It really sounds like something that'll do
It's
you
really good. It's really strong.
You don't fucking say. With Bacardi and with 151 and Everclear in it.
It almost sounds like Caribou Lou with like all the rum and the
It's almost like a jungle juice.
Yeah. Huh. Well,
That's the best
are
way
you
to
drinking?
describe it.
Are you still drinking these days? Are you adult coring or?
I'm still adult coring hard, so no, but I haven't had it in a while, but it's definitely something like, I think if you can't make one of them and you can't make it just for yourself, it's more of like if you're having
party drink.
if you're having a pregame, it's really
like
good
a
for that.
TV con. You should do that.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. We'll just buy a big, brand new, clean trash can, Wooly. Don't worry.
So, are you drinking it now?
No, I'm not.
Well,
He's
if you
adult
were, what we would have said is over the lips,
Over the
through
lips,
the gums.
Through the gums. Look out, asshole.
Okay, trying to sync stuff over Discord doesn't work very well. But yeah, what she said. Yeah, so next week, Gershom is up. You claimed the troll ahead of time. I think we should enact a rule that individually we can't do the same faction twice. For neutral races, I guess that means you can't pick the other neutral race twice. I don't fucking know.
So like he and I picked horde races this time. So next time we'd have to pick like an alliance
Yeah.
race.
And then
Okay.
I guess
That
I'll
makes
have to pick either horde or alliance because I did the pandas. Do you have a name in mind for your troll drink next week?
I think what's that? You said something about like berserking, right? Like I wanted to go with that, like the berserker's rage or something, because they had that spell,
yeah.
that racial thing about berserking. Yeah, we'll just call it like the berserker rage or something.
Berserker rage, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, let's go with that.
Cool.
Props,
Otherwise,
Boasty.
I was
Thanks for throwing me the name.
No problem.
Otherwise, I was going to suggest just the Darkspear tip. But
Oh my god, now I want to do that. Oh no.
The tip of the Darkspear?
The tip of the dark. Okay, let's change it. We're doing this live, guys. The tip of the Darkspear.
Oh,
so like Gershom would have to come up and give you one of those awkward ass out hugs. We're on the porch, and then you're like, "Are you gonna kiss him? Are you not gonna kiss him?" And then it's like,
"Sir, why is your penis
Do you
out?
Do you want to come inside and just play just the tip, just to see how it feels, Sorry, that's from Wedding Crashers. I don't know if anyone remembers that.
Just the
tip of
Darkspear tip. Oh my god. That's hilarious.
That's kind of like what did in fucking Vol'jin, except it was like a Legion tip. Like he got fucked by a demon tip, and that's why he died.
Yeah, that must have been it. He orgasmed so hard he died.
He had a bleeding orgasm after he got shoved in the chest by a demon tip. There it is.
All right. Every week, I wonder what weird shit is going to come up during the show. And I'm never able to guess what it would be. Vol'jin getting fucked to death by a demon is not what I would have thought.
I don't think that was on his checklist for that year either. I don't think he wrote that down.
I don't think it was. All right, let's move on to Head of the Class, our trivia section. Head of the class and eater of ass. Anyway.
What is this?
This is Head of the Class, Eater of Ass. This is the trivia section of the show. And no, you are not hearing things. The background music does cease from here to the end of the show. So, how this works is one person asks the other two trivia questions. The other two answer in Discord DMs. If they answer correctly, they get a point. If they don't answer correctly, they do not get a point. In order to win and be considered head of the class or eater of ass, depending on which you think is the winning title, they have to get 7 out of 10 questions correct. If they both do and they tie, they just tie. If neither of them do, then the question asker wins and is head of the class or eater of ass, depending on which you think is the winning title. So this week, Bentolas is up for trivia, and he has brought us Void Lord / Old God trivia. So anytime you want to take it away, sir.
All right. So the first question we have for the Void Lord / Old God trivia is: what is the name of the Void Lord who conquered the home world of the Etherreals, Koresh?
God damn it.
Can you repeat it? You were breaking up really bad. I'm sorry.
What is the name of the Void Lord who conquered the home world of the Etherreals, Koresh? If you don't know who the Etherreals are, they're like those little broker dudes.
Yeah, the ethereal.
Oh,
yeah,
those
Bandage Man guys from Burning Crusade.
Bandage Man guys. Man, I don't fucking know. Throwaway guess because I don't even have the slightest clue.
All right, you are both incorrect. So Gershom said Bandage Man, and Wooly said Meemaw Flaps, which is the name of Flurpy's monk. Those are incorrect. The actual answer is Dementius, the All-Devouring.
God damn it.
I'm going 0 out of 10, dude. Like, this is going to be so hard.
Well, I disagree, because I think this next one is right up your alley. So the next question is, what is the main connection between the Void Lords and Sargeras? Just looking for basically, like, what's their connection? Like, how are they related?
That's wrong.
I don't know if I'm right or wrong.
So, Willie, I'm going to give you the answer because you are correct. You just said it
Sweet.
in a really roundabout way. Gershom, you were close. The answer I was actually looking for is the Void Lords are why Sir Jairus decided to betray the Titans, as he viewed a universe that has even the potential of a world soul being corrupted by them was too dangerous, and that's why he began destroying all the worlds. He saw like a vision of what the Void Lords could do to one world, and Willie, to your point, he was just like, well, even the possibility of this is happening isn't worth it. We need to burn everything.
How I wrote it was he wants to defeat them by destroying everything before they can. Bit of an oversimplification.
No, it makes sense though. It's a good way to say it.
All right, the next question. Which old god is specifically associated with the Well of Eternity? And then give you a hint, I am not talking about the Sundering, the events there. I'm talking specifically about the Will of Eternity.
I'm teetering between 4 different answers. Fuck, I can't remember the name.
You don't want to spin anything? You don't want to take a guess at one of the 4?
I'm trying to remember.
25% chance. May as well
No,
go
I know
for
what
it.
one I want to say. I just don't remember their name. I feel stupid. I should remember that.
So, Willie, you said Nazoth, who is the
That's
old
it.
god you're thinking of, and Gershom, you said Yogg-Saron. You're both incorrect. It's Yashar.
Oh,
That
I
was
almost
almost
said
the-
that and then
Me too.
deleted it and was like, no, that's too easy. Oh no.
I was thinking, no, that's the Shah. That's fuck.
Yeah. I was thinking the same thing. Cause I always think about Yogg-Saron being this is like really, really esoteric and weird that I even remember it, but way back on an old Morley Gray, when Jay was explaining some of this stuff, he basically said, like, why would the Titans bury or like shit where they eat? Like, why would they bury Yogg-Saron like in their house, you know? And I was like, oh shit, Freya, Ulduar. That was my train of thought, but I was wrong.
Well, it's good you have those thoughts because the rest of my questions will get you there. So, the next question I have for you guys is in WoW canon, there's only one old god that is considered dead, and who is that? So the rest of them were, Blizzard has not confirmed or denied if they're still alive. But there is one specifically they confirmed that is dead and will not ever make a return.
I thought they were all dead.
That's what Xalatath said. She's the harbinger, though. She's gonna deceive.
Again, you guys said the same answer. It's not Sethune and it's not Nazoth. It's Yashar.
Oh,
Yashar.
God. Okay, this is silly because I'm like, he's not gonna have the same answer 2 questions in a row.
What? We
Oh,
were
no.
there.
So Yashar
killed him.
Yashar was ripped out of Azeroth,
Yeah, and he popped.
and
that's
the
where
aftermath of it, that's why the Titans had to create the Well of Eternity, because it left this giant arcane surge in the middle of the map. That's why they created the Well of Eternity.
that's what the Shaw is too. Like all that nasty shit crawling around on the ground, like inking around and looking all nasty. That's literally like pieces of him. It was
How is-
Amenthul, right? Amenthul went and like ripped
Yeah.
him out of the ground and made Azeroth almost like bleed out.
How
Like,
is
it's so
Nazoth
dumb. I know the
not
whole
dead?
story, and then I get the fucking question wrong. I'm so stoned. Oh my god.
And then the last question is, why, after Yashar, did the Titans decide to imprison the Old Gods on Azeroth rather than just destroying or removing them?
Wait, what? Last question. Aren't we on like 5?
I did like questions that all were kind of related to each other. So questions number 2, number 1 and number 2 were standalone, but like 3, 4, and 5 here were kind of together.
Okay. Can we repeat it? Oh, sorry.
The question was, why, after killing Yashar by removing him from Azeroth and spawning the Well of Eternity, why did the Titans change their strategy and started imprisoning the old gods on Azeroth rather than destroying or removing them? Yes, you guys are correct, because the Titans realized that by removing them, it would do too much damage to the Azeroth and would destroy her. So it was the only way that they could contain the old gods while still preserving Azeroth's slumbering soul.
Yeah, and then the risk of removing them or banishing them, they just with the chances of them returning in any way. So imprisoning them
Yeah.
was like a guaranteed win in that scenario, I guess.
I'm
Correct.
still really confused. How's Nazoth not dead? Like, we went up in his head and stabbed his brain to death.
Talk to the developers. They never confirmed he's
I
really
think
dead.
it just means like canonically, right?
Yeah, canonically,
Yeah.
there's no confirmation that he's dead. It could have been, a lot of people seem to think he has, whatever happened at the end of
Don't
Niloth
they
was
all
a
just go back to,
simulation.
like, the twisting nether anyways? Or is
Nope,
that where that's
Um,
from, or
that's fell. That's fell magic. This is void
Oh,
stuff.
those are demons. Okay, yeah, then I
However, nobody says they didn't just revert to the void, or I don't know, Zereth Voidius or whatever. I don't know.
all right, so next questions is 6, 7, 8. These guys are going to be kind of related. They're related, and these should be, I think, pretty easy for you guys. Um, so the next question is, which old god is best associated with the War of the Shifting Sands? You were both correct.
I got 2 right. We're not 0 for 10. I'm so excited.
So
Cthulhu.
after 6 rounds, it is Wooly who has 3 and Gershom with 2.
Neither of us
Uh,
can win.
yeah, you guys can't win, but you can beat
Wait,
each other.
wait. 7, 8, 9, 10. If I get the next 4 correct, I could technically. Not gonna happen.
Eh, you never know. The next question: which old god is best associated with Uldar? Correct. Yeah,
Both both of us said Yogg Saron.
Yeah.
Nice.
I don't farm him anymore. I should go back and try that fight again, because I used to struggle on it, but I'm pretty sure by now I could just go in and punch him in the side of the face or something.
See, I remember that one because of Serenite, and it's fucking everywhere.
I have it's been years since I did it, not to side rail us completely here, but I think I was having trouble, like, him, like, sucking my mind power, and, like, I just couldn't get around, like, fast enough to all the tentacles. It's been a long time, though. I don't know. It's probably worth a revisit, because I haven't farmed it in a long time. That's where you get Memoron's head, right?
Yeah. What if you
Yeah.
mixed Serenite and Azurite? Would it explode?
I don't know. Question 7 though. Which old god is best associated with the Emerald Nightmare?
I think this is 8.
Or sorry, 8. Yeah,
Okay. Oh, Emerald Nightmare, old god?
yeah. So Gershom, I can't give you points. You are incorrect, but you are kind of right. But that's not an old god.
See, I was thinking that. I'm like, is that even an old god? So when Willie answers, I'm dying to know the answer.
So
It
Willie got
is.
it correct. It is Nazoth. You said Ilganoth. Nazoth is what the answer is.
Okay,
See,
I was thinking Elganoth Whispers, of course, and I was like, that does sound like an old god name, and I can't even remember all the old gods, so I was like, oh, I'll just throw it out there. But
isn't Ilganoth kind of like a general, like a really high general of the old gods
he's
or something like
something.
that?
He's like a big eyeball there in the middle of
Yeah,
the
he's like a prophet, I think.
something. Yeah, I just remember his big old ugly eyes sticking out of like the weird trees, the bloody
Dude,
trees, and yeah.
that fight was a pain in
Uh,
the ass because shit had to die in the exact right spot, and it just, fuck off with that. Like in LFR specifically, people just killed shit before it was in.
Next question. Oh God, directly associated with the Sundering. This is why I wanted to specify between the Sundering and the Well of Eternity. So that should be a hint for you guys.
I got a 75% chance that that's wrong. Well, 50%.
So Wooly, you were wrong. It
Damn
was
it.
Nazoth again. Gershom got it correct. Nazoth
Yay!
was the one whispering and flipping out when Deathwing put a thing to when Deathwing kind of fucked up his plans of being summoned in with Sargeras.
Was that in the game though, or is that more in the book? Because I knew it from the book.
The game doesn't really, it just specifies a Void Lord, but the book makes it very clear it's Nazoth.
Yeah, it's one of those weird canon things, but like book, no book. I know we do book questions though most of the time, sometimes so.
'Cause it was
That
more
wouldn't
about like
even.
the manipulation of the mind than it was anything else, which was Nazoth's like specialty.
So was it Nazoth then that. Just Nazoth, not all the old gods then that corrupted Neltharion?
Pretty much, yeah.
Well, shit.
He was the one mostly responsible for the whispers. Like obviously he was more susceptible to it with the old god's influence, but
Well,
Nazoth is the one really like whispering and telling him what to do.
so like canonically, and I think anyone who plays the game for like 5 seconds knows that Deathwing became prey to the whispers because he was like in the deep places and he was deep inside the earth and stuff. Was he only hearing their whispers because the Titans had buried them down there anyway? And so the Titans' plan sort of backfired? Is that like how that happened? Was Nazoth buried under the ground as well?
I think it was just more the Titans looked at it as kind of like we either gonna have the risk of things being corrupted here. I don't think that went as far to say like, oh shit, like maybe we shouldn't bury these in the earth. I think it just kind of developed. And I mean I
No,
think
that's what I mean though. Is like that's how it was just by it was kind of like a bad twist of events then that happened
yeah.
It
because
was
they
the
planted
connection to
them
the
down
ground.
there millennia ago and way before millennia before even the dragons and then dragons were millennia ago but then he got down there and he started hearing the
I don't
voices.
even think the Titans know that Deathwing was corrupted by an old god. You
They might have
know?
yeeted off way before that. I mean, I suppose by now they know I don't know, we're all being fed all their fluoride water bullshit anyways. Fuck them. Let's
I
see.
just think it's absurd, absurdly stupid that what got him to give in was imprisoning one incarnate. Really? That was your breaking point?
I wouldn't think it was that. I think he was always kind of like stuck with the whispers. I think when he was trying to fight the incarnate though, like because he was fighting someone where he couldn't just smack, I think he just like lost control and he just got addicted to like the power they provided him. I don't know.
It
I do
was
gotta admit, like oh
the
sorry, Willie, go
gauntlet
ahead.
broke. The gauntlet broke, so he lost control over the Drakthir, and I think he kind of panicked.
Yeah, he just did what he needed to do to fix the situation. And I think at that point, he kind of knew what was going on, right? So he was just like, fuck it, I'm all in.
Fair enough. So we got
Um,
one more question, right?
yep. And the last question I have: describe the creation of the Naga. Yep, I'll give it to you, Willie. It's
Sweet.
basic summary. Yep, you both got it. So it wasn't soldiers though. It was like handmaidens, and it was the highborn. But yeah, essentially what happened was the sundering happened. They all got drowned because they stuck with Ashara, and then Ashara made a deal with Nazoth where um, they turned into our servants for exchange. They had to pick up the neck. We both got that one right.
Harken back to the Warbringers cinematic, y'all. That shit is still so good. I might go
It
watch it right
is.
now after we hang up. So good.
So it looks like Gershom, you had a total you guys did much better in the second half. It looks like you got 5 right. Maybe hold on. 1, 2.
Yeah, it was 4.
I
Yeah, you
counted
got 5
5.
right.
Nice.
And then Wooly, I have you down for 3, 4, 5, 6. Wooly 7.
Yep.
So you actually won the game. You ran
Well,
the table.
no,
Wow,
I
cool.
didn't
Good
get
job,
7.
Willie.
I only got
Oh
6.
no.
Really?
Yeah, you got yep, he got actually the one he answered the Zoth for almost all the old gods except for the one where it was.
Dude, you have a 1 in 4 chance. I mean, what are you gonna do? I started doing that a little bit. I was like,
I
like
guess
process of
N'Zoth
elimination. Like
times.
I'm taking the WoW SATs over here. I'm just like, well, it's definitely not those two.
The only old god I didn't guess at any point was Yasharj, or however you say it. And Yagi, I said once, and then Cthulhu twice. Otherwise, it's like,
Did you just
no.
call him Yagi?
Yeah,
Yagi.
a lot of people do.
That shit is happening, dude. I love that. I
That
love
was
that
what
name.
my guild in Wrath called him.
Nice.
Well, Bent, you won. Are you the eater of ass, or are you head of the class, man?
I'm gonna do both. So I
You're gonna
won.
eat ass and be head of the class? Yeah, that is your right.
Hey, your girl's got that promotion coming up. You gotta go all in, dude.
Pretty much.
Yeah. All right. Well, what are our final thoughts today, y'all? Mine is I love the description of the ethereals as bandage man guys. I'm gonna
I
remember
don't
that.
I honestly can't even think of a oh my gosh. I spend all day thinking of final thoughts. Normally I don't have one. Maybe come back to me in a second. I don't know.
Bent, your final thought.
Everything is a simulation, is what it seems.
Oh man, I'm in the hospital for mental health. The I'm joking.
In a place that smells like ass and crayons. What the fuck?
Chocolate,
They had
crayons,
like the
and
old people
ass.
session and then the toddler session, like right after. That's what happened. That's my final thought.
See, like that hallway that I walk down, that's an administrative hallway. There's no like patients and shit down there. I go down there and then I
Oh.
take the elevator. I don't know why that hallway smells so bad, but it does.
Dude, it's like when Jesus Christ comes back to earth, the thing I'm gonna ask him is like, why do all old people homes smell exactly the same? Like, y'all ever been to one retirement home? You've been to them all. They smell like this weird industrial floor cleaner. Like, why is it really just the brand that everyone uses? Is that possible?
To be honest with you, it probably is.
It probably
just
is. It's
whatever
probably some kind of
sanitizer
huge
they have.
corporate national contract for like Simple Green, and they just sell their shit to like every single retirement community in
Probably
America.
Procter & Gamble or Johnson & Johnson.
Yeah, like totally. It's so weird though. But in Woolie's case, it's Crayolas and poo poo.
I'm changing.
Sounds more
my
like a
final
daycare than a mental health facility, but
You got me thinking about old people, so I'm changing my final thought. My final thought is when I'm old as fuck and I'm laying there in a bed about to die, I want my last words to be for the Horde. So we're going to go ahead and get on out of here, y'all. Feel free to follow us in the social places. I'm at Wooly08, 2 O's, 2 L's, and a Y, on Twitter, Instagram, and Blue Sky. Gershom is at Hunter Gershom on Twitter and Blue Sky. That's Gershom. And at Hunter Gershom on Instagram. That's Gerrshom. Bent is at Bentolas _outlaw on Twitter. Bentolas. And, of course, the show is at Thrall's Balls Pod on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky. Can't say how active we'll be on most of those, but trust me, I swear it's something I'm working on improving. I'm coming up with a plan. Feel free to email us. That email is thrallsballspodcast@gmail.com. You can go ahead and leave us a review in the Spotify Q&A, which is specific for each episode. So if you go back to an old episode and leave it, I might not see it. Or you can leave one in iTunes. Fun fact, we have no reviews from iTunes. You could be the very first. 2 other ways to leave us a review. Go to thrallsballs.com and you can submit one anonymously, or you can find the Join Discord button. We have a separate channel specifically for reviews. Anyway, that's going to do it for us, guys. Bye. We love you. Be good.
bye, swingers.
Later.